All I want is to know where I'm going to die and I'll never go there. This adage from Charlie Munger, the business partner of Warren Buffett, might seem trivial, but trust me, it has solved many hard problems. How? Let's find it out. In this video, we will talk about two separate mental models, thought experiment and inversion. Why? Because thought experiment will help you to apply inversion on the problems you want to solve or the decisions you want to make. Let's start with thought experiment. What is a thought experiment? A typical engineering viva answer will be, it's the experiment that you do in your mind. And not surprisingly, it is the correct answer. Let me ask you a question. In a football match between Messi and Warren Buffett, who will win? You can immediately say Messi with high certainty. But if the match is between Ronaldo and Messi, you can't answer it with 100% certainty. What is the thought process behind this answer? In order to answer the question, what you do is conduct an experiment in your brain. Aim to find out who will win. Components: Messi, Ronaldo, and our good old Warren Buffett. Case 1. Between Messi and Warren. Outcome: Messi will win. Confidence level 99% plus. Case 2. Between Messi and Ronaldo. Outcome: it will be different for different fans. Confidence level below satisfactory. This wonderful machine between your ears is able to run lots and lots of simulations and predict their outcomes. The only caveat is, if not used properly, you will run wrong simulations and start messing up your whole life. Overthinking is a result of this. You start simulating all the possibilities with negative outcome and get stuck in the negativity bias, which is the notion that even when of equal intensity, things of a more negative nature has a greater effect on our psychological state. Let's begin discussing about the favorable use of thought experiment. With thought experiments, you can pre-mortem an event. You already know what a post-mortem is. Pre-mortem is similar, but it is done before the occurrence of the event. In his famous TED Talk, How to Stay Calm When You Know You'll Be Stressed, Daniel Levitin tells us about this technique. When we are in a stressful situation, we stop thinking rationally and logically. Although this genetic adaptation was originally in good spirits to help your body prepare for flight or fight response, in the present world, this harms us in many different ways. To avoid such things, what you can do is to pre-analyze the cause of catastrophic events and avoid them at all costs. In Daniel's own words, we are all going to fail now and then. The idea is to think ahead of what those failures might be. This is the basic principle of inversion. In order to achieve a task, make a list of what you shouldn't do and avoid those at all costs. This is not a new concept. Ancient Stoic philosophers Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus conducted an exercise known as premeditatio malorum, meaning premeditation of evils. The German mathematician Carl Jacobi, who has made significant contributions to the scientific field, used to say, "Man muss immer umkehren," which means invert, always invert. The most common application of this principle is maze. In ordinary life, aam zindagi, people start with the entry point. But in the mentor's life, people start with the exit point and find the route towards the entry point. This is also linked with the first principles thinking. Let's say you are analyzing a situation and you are wise enough to apply the first principles thinking. What makes you sure that the assumptions you get are indeed the first principles? There is always a risk of wrong assumptions. You can de-risk this by applying the inversion thinking and find out the limitations of these principles. In the process of de-risking, by applying inversion, you can come up with backup plans which can be used if the actual assumptions or the actual plan fails due to any reason. Like in the trip example in our previous video. The first principle which you were using earlier was, if I plan a trip, people will come. One way to de-risk this is to think, what if they don't? In his speech at Harvard in 1986, Charlie Munger used the principle of inversion and delivered a very insightful and important speech for all the graduates. His speech was about prescriptions for misery, things you should do if you want to live miserably, which contained these things. Be unreliable. Don't faithfully do what you have engaged to do. Master this one habit and you will always play the role of the rabbit in the fable. Except instead of being outrun by one fine turtle, you will be outrun by hordes of mediocre turtles and even some mediocre turtles on crutches. Learn everything from your own experience and minimize what you learn from the good and bad experience of others, living and dead. Go down and stay down when you get your first, second or third severe reverse in the battle of life. Ignore this story about a rustic who said, "I wish I knew where I was going to die and then I'd never go there." Most people smile at the rustic's ignorance and ignore his basic wisdom. Ingest chemicals in an effort to alter mood or perception. Fill your life with envy and resentment. So, the moral of the story is, Use thought experiment to get a vague but important insight of the possible outcomes. Don't keep rethinking the negative outcomes of thought experiments. Change the things you can't accept, but accept the things you can't change. Invert, always invert. In order to be consistently right, try to be wrong less frequently. Use pre-mortem to avoid all the avoidable failures. If you found this video interesting and useful, please like the video, share your views on inversion in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel to get more videos like this directly to your inbox. We will meet again in another video with some another interesting information. Till then, bye bye, take care.